Good afternoon, student. Today I am going to discuss about the moment of inertia. Okay. How to discuss what is inertia? According to first law of motions of Newton's, every body continues in a state of rest or uniform linear motions, unless an external force acts on it to change its state. This ability of the body to change by itself its state of rest or uniform motion is called as inertia. Similarly, the inability of body to change by itself its state of rest or uniform rotations about an axis is called as rotational inertia or moment of inertia. Let's consider a rigid body consisting of n number of particles. We rotate about an axis about the point O. It is your y-axis, it is x-axis, it is your z-axis. Okay. It is rigid body with particles. Particle 1, m1, m2, m3 and mass mn. The distance of this particle is r1, it is r2, it is your r3 and it is your rn. Okay. The particle rotates in this way. We rotate about the point O about the axis Z. Okay. So consider a rigid body consisting of n number of particles of masses m1, m2 up to m. Rotate at a distance r1, r2, rn from the axis. Okay. About the point O. So, what is the moment of inertia of this rigid body? Moment of inertia is I is equal to m1 r1 square, m2 r2 square, mn rn square. Okay. This is your summation of for n particle I is equal to 1. It is your mi ra square. Okay. So this is the equation of moment of inertia. I is equal to simply mr square. So how we define the moment of inertia about an axis? The moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis is defined as the sum of the product of mass and square of the distance of each particle that constitute the body about an axis of rotation. It is equal to mr square simply. So moment of inertia I is equal to mr square. Unit, it is kg meter square in SI system, and in CS system that is gram centimeter square. Okay. Dimension is simply m, that is ml square. Okay. Now, on which factor the moment of inertia depends? Factor on which the moment of inertia depends. Number 1, mass of the body, shape and size, mass distributions, from the axis of rotation and orientation. Orientation of the particles. Okay. Mass of the body, shape and size of the body, mass distributions from the axis of rotations These are the point on which the moment of inertia depend. Moment of inertia depend upon. So this is all about your moment of inertia. Now the radius of gyrations. Denoted by the letter K. Okay. If M1 is equal to M2, Mn is equal to, that is M. If the mass of each particle is same at R1, R2, R3 up to Rn, the distance of each particle, it means the n number particle from your axis of rotation. From the axis of rotation. Okay. So what is the value of your moment of inertia now? Look here. I is equal to, we know that m1 r1 square, m2 r2 square up to mn rn square. Already discussed now. Put here in place of m1 m2, put m r1 square, m r2 square, it is m rn square. Okay. Take m common, it r1 square, r2 square up to rn square. Now multiplying the number of particles n in numerator and denominator. It is by small n. By n. Look here, the factor mn. Small n, that is mass of each particle, that is same, and n is the number of particles. The product of mn give you the total mass of the rigid body. Okay. So you write down the capital M here. It is your r1 square, r2 square up to rn square and n. Now you have to replace this factor by k. It means here I is equal to mk square. Okay. By k square you have to replace. So where k square is equal to r1 square, r2 square up to rn square by n, or k is equal to r1 square, r2 square up to rn square by n, it is under root. This k is called your radius of gyration. So the radius of gyration of the rigid body defined as the root mean square distance of its particle from the axis of rotation. Radius of gyration defined as of the rigid body about our axis of rotation is the root mean square distance of its particle from the axis. Okay. So this is all about your radius of gyration. The unit of k simply measured in meter and centimeter. The dimension is L. Okay. The relation between rotational kinetic energy and moment of inertia. It is your y-axis, it is your x-axis on the point O. It is a rigid body consist of n number of particles. Consider a rigid body. Rotate about a OZ axis. So, angular velocity omega. So each particles rotate about the same angular velocity omega. It considers n number particle n particle. The particle 1 of mass m1, the distance r1. Particle 2, addition r2 from O. Particle r3, the distance mass is m3. And particle of mass mn, the distance rn from O. We rotate about the OZ axis here with the same angular velocity omega. Masses of n number of particles, that is m1, m2, mn. The distance r1, r2, rn from the axis OZ. Okay. Then what is the rotational kinetic energy here? Rotational kinetic energy of the rigid body about OZ axis, that is E is equal to, first write down the kinetic energy of each particle. It is m1 v1 square, m2 v2 square of n particle half mn vn square. Okay. Only we know that v is equal to r omega. So here change. v1 is equal to r1 omega, v2 is equal to r2 omega, and vn is equal to rn omega. The angular velocity is same for all particles when rotated about on axis. Okay. Now put this value here. The equation became, I am taking half common here. It is your m1 r1 square omega square. It is your half m2 r2 square omega square up to n particle half mn rn square omega square. Okay. Now the common factor is your half omega square. So E is equal to half omega square. The rest value is m1 rn square, m2 r2 square up to mn rn square. Okay. This value give you your moment of inertia of the rigid body about an axis OZ. Clear? So we will replace this value by I half I omega square, where I is equal to m1 rn square, m2 r2 square up to mn rn square. Okay. So the rotational kinetic energy is equal to half I omega square, like your kinetic energy half mv square.